At first, he struggled to get a single bean into his mouth, but in the next moment, it fell to the floor. Still, he didn't give up, because he was born with scissor hands. Even eating was a tough battle for him. With Mrs. Peg's gentle encouragement, he slowly spread butter on the bread. At last, he tasted the food. His father had wanted to give him a real pair of hands, but suddenly passed away from overwork. Even his fake hands broke. He had wanted to touch his father's face, but accidentally left a scratch. From that day on, he lived alone in the dark and empty mansion until Mrs. Peg suddenly walked in. When she first saw him, she showed no fear. She was only filled with warmth. His face was covered with scars from the scissors. Peg gently cleaned his wounds and told him he needed to move to her small town. It was his first car ride and he was filled with childlike curiosity. When they arrived home, Peg showed him around the town. Edward immediately fell in love with this place. Everything seemed so fresh and new to him. He pressed lightly on the waterbed but accidentally made a hole in it. He quickly covered it with a doll, then tried to put on his pants, but it was very difficult for him. He had tied himself up like a penguin. Peg heard the noise and immediately came to his side. With affection, she freed him from the knotted rope and helped him put on clean clothes. But not everyone wanted to accept a strange outsider. To make him look more normal, Peg put some makeup on his face. She tried to use warm tones to cover his pale skin, but the makeup wouldn't stick to the scars, so he had to go outside with the makeup on. Just then, they saw Peg's husband trimming the plants. Edward instinctively imitated him and quickly learned the skill. He made a small dinosaur shape out of the bushes. Peg's husband was surprised. Then Edward shaped them into the form of Peg's family. Soon, the whole town started talking about his talent. The townspeople invited him to landscape their gardens and even wanted him to groom their pets. A small dog became the most stylish in his hands. But he was capable of much more than that. He also designed hairstyles for women. No matter how complicated the style was, it was never a challenge for him. It seemed that everyone in town truly loved him. They even organized a special party for him. He cooked the food with his scissor hands and ate from the hands of his neighbors. For the first time in his life, he felt loved.